What they've done is they've dehumanized us to the sense where we're not real people.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
We're almost like caricatures.
Caricatures. He's saying they're carrots. I'm a carrot. He doesn't like being called a vegetable.
We're pawns.
Not a pawn.
Each of you been called murderers? Like actual murderers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, almost like Karen Read was called a murderer? Without any proof from you guys? How quickly you were like, yeah, that lady, she's a murderer. And you were called murderers?
A daily basis.
Anybody?
Not a daily basis. God, look at this. I can't. Yeah, McCabe, I cannot with this guy. I cannot. His face just, it's not real.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
There's a man on my screen and he's not real. There's a man. This man, it's scary. He's like, I almost missed a basketball game. Yeah. Yes, my wife.
Anybody who's touched this case has been...
Don't touch people, Matt McCabe. Even Jen McCabe's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
We just give each other the heads up. Hey, somebody's coming.
Because we're just like normal moms. We're not used to this.
Called a murderer at some point.
I never called Alan Jackson a murderer. No. Has Alessi been called a murderer? No. Any of the O'Keefe family? No. No, just you guys probably.
And anyone who's friends with us support cop killer.
And anyone who's friends with us. So who is friends with us? See if I keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep shining. Knowing I didn't search at 227. Peanut butter sandwiches for my niece in the car. Karen's a bitch. And she is hysterical and I can't stand her. Matt McCabe is my husband. And he had to miss a basketball game. But keep smiling. Keep shining. Knowing I can wear white pants right now. Because it's summer.
After 3+ years, the saga wrapped up yesterday. Read captured celebrating at dinner with her father.
How awful, 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 awful.
And today, seen walking with her
Look at that. How dare she walk and with Alan and his DACAs.
attorney, Alan Jackson.
I didn't even know I'd be here today, so I had no plans.
How dare she have a voice? How dare she? Matt McCabe missed a basketball game. Bitch, do you not understand that?
Meanwhile, O'Keefe's family and friends struggling with the verdict.
I'm just sad for John.
That is not his friend. That lady said in the first trial that she didn't even know that man. That's not his family and that's not his friend. Why are we saying O'Keefe's family and friends? That lady said I don't know him. My sister knows him. My brother-in-law knows him. My brother-in-law with the face that's like, he's like one of them clowns. Like, dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God.
A little bit later, I think approximately 11, John walked in with his girlfriend.
And when you say John, who is John?
John O'Keefe.
And how did you know John O'Keefe prior to that night?
I didn't know him that well. I think I had only met him once, maybe twice through my sister. Brief interaction. I think when he first walked in, actually, I didn't recognize him. I think I said to someone, oh, who's that? Because they were kind of walking towards our table. And they said, oh, it's John O'Keefe. I said, oh. So they came in and they just kind of went to the end of the table where like my sister Jennifer and Matt and Chris and Julie were, because they knew them. I had never met Karen and I'd only met John once or twice. So they kind of just went to the other end of the table where Jen and Matt were, who they know, and Chris and Julie, who John had been neighbors with for a couple of years.
Can you explain for the jury who or what is Nebercracker?
What is Nebercracker?
Yes.
Like the character?
That's what I'm asking.
It's a character in a cartoon called Monster House.
And would you agree with me that Nebercracker in the movie Monster House was this kind of old curmudgeon who didn't want anybody on his lawn, correct?
The character, yes.
He was the get off my lawn guy, correct?
In the movie, yeah.
What was your nickname and your wife Julie's nickname for John O'Keefe?
Mr. Nebercracker.
All right. And your wife Julie actually had John O'Keefe plugged into his contacts as Nebercracker, correct?
Correct.
In fact, you were there one time when Julie showed Karen Read, her phone to show how John O'Keefe was plugged in as Nebercracker, correct?
I believe so.
And this whole nickname started because of a conflict that Nicole Albert had with John O'Keefe.
Not correct.
John O'Keefe complained to you about things that Colin was doing.
Not correct.
He would tell you that Colin used to throw beer cans or beer bottles in his bushes, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
That is also John's house in the background there?
Correct.
And again, that's you on the right and Julie on the left, correct?
Correct.
Would you agree with me that those photos give some context to the text that you sent him on January 28th when you were trying to get him to come out and you threatened to, quote, fuck up his lawn if he didn't come out that night?
What do you mean give context to?
Well, in other words, here you are texting him photos of you and your wife on his lawn, correct?
Yes.
And that's a common theme that explains the January 28th text where you were threatening to fuck up his lawn, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
For John's family and what happened yesterday, and I feel like they didn't get justice for him. And
So focus on them. Focus on getting them justice. Then if random people on the internet call you a schmurderer,
our lives just changed forever.
Why speak out now after the verdict?
We took what we thought.
oh my God. Oh my God. Why does he remind me of the Berenstein Bears? Apologies to the Berenstein Bears. But what about this man? There's a man on my screen and he reminds me of the Berenstein Bears. What is going on here? Someone give me some beer spray. I can't with this guy. Tell him the man never went in the house. We have to miss the basketball game. Missed to laugh a lot during the text messages. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't like ya.
We thought was the high road.
The high road? You thought you took the high road? Sir, we saw your text messages.
Game over.
That was the high road? Oh boy, maybe in hell.
Right. Let the court do its job.
Or let my wife call everybody involved. Let Brian Albert be this guy. Let my wife call everybody. And let me go to the fucking basketball game.
After a night of hanging out at a local bar in a brutal 22 blizzard, Brian and his wife Nicole hosted a late-night gathering
If I interviewed them, I'd be like, where's Brian Higgins? Where is he? Where's the guy who was like, am I really hot?
at their home. An invitation had been extended to Reed and O'Keefe, but Brian Albert says neither of them ever entered his home that night. O'Keefe was found lying unconscious in the snow of Albert's front lawn. He was pronounced dead at the hospital hours later. The defense's theory? A violent altercation at the Alberts' home, possibly involving other members of law enforcement. Did John ever come in the house?
Never. No.
You never saw John O'Keefe in the house, right?
Never.
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 Never, 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 ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, never, ever, nope, 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 zero, zit, zilch, 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 nada.
Now, knowing what we know now from the body language guy, let's watch it again.
Enforcement. Did John ever come in the house?
Never. No.
You never saw John O'Keefe in the house, right?
Never.
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 These are people in your
Never. No, never. Never. I didn't see it. I was seeing triple double. Well, Brian Higgins saw a 6'2" man in the house, but I don't know what he's talking about. He's not here anymore. Closed eyes while denying. Let's watch it one more time. Did Brian ever come? Never. Never. He's never been in my house.
No.
Did he ever go in the garage? Did he ever go through the breezeway door? Did he ever go through the garage door? Did he ever go in a Ford Edge on a boat with a goat?
You never saw John O'Keefe in the house,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
Never.
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 These are people in your
Never.
own community who believe the conspiracy theories, who believe that there were other law enforcement officials and agents involved in this. Why is it people in your own community who believe these conspiracy theories?
You do realize for this conspiracy to be true, it would take 30 to 50.
Not true. Microdots already disproved that. Just watching the case, we've already disproved that. It would only take you guys, a couple other people.
50 people. You'd have to have
50 people? Who are the 50 people? Name them. Name them. If you're going to make that kind of claim, Brian Albert, I'm going to need you to name them.
Name them. Name them. Well, what you did was ridiculous. Name them. Not having. Well, be quiet. So let me talk, Jesus.
Name them. And that's quite the jump. 30, 40, 50.
You do realize for this conspiracy to be true, it would take 30 to 50 people. You'd have to have multiple cops on 2 different police departments, multiple civilians, the medical examiner, firemen, EMTs, you name it. That's how preposterous and silly this is. And
it's preposterous and silly. It's silly and preposterous. No one has ever hidden anything before, especially not cops in our area.
especially not cops in our area.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Because I had like bread and maybe peanut butter in my car.
Why did you have bread and peanut butter in your car?